sectional plane. Sectional plane perpendicular to VP, parallel to HP. So second one, sectional plane perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. Again, sectional plane perpendicular to both HP and VP. Next one, sectional plane perpendicular to vertical plane and inclined to HP. Sectional plane perpendicular to horizontal plane and inclined to VP. Okay. So for your understanding, here I have shown how the sectional plane will be looked for in the solids while projecting a top view and front view. So the top one, here the first condition is sectional plane perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. Okay, so remember sectional plane perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP means the sectional plane will be shown on the front view. That's what I have shown here. The top one, the prism height will be shown in the front view. Okay, so above XY you have the front view, below XY we have the top view. So here the top view you can see the shape of the prism. In front view you can see the height of the prism. Okay, so for this one, the first condition, sectional plane perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. So parallel means your sectional plane will be parallel to XY. That's what I denoted here, that SP refers sectional plane. Okay, or else cutting plane. So in the diagram itself shown, sectional plane parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. That means your sectional plane is parallel to XY. So next one, sectional plane inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. Okay, for example, here I have taken the sectional plane is 45-degree inclined to HP. So I have drawn here again inclined to HP means it will be shown on the front view. Okay, so it is cutting the prism, so the top portion will be removed. Okay, the third one, next one, sectional plane parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. That means the section, remember the sectional plane parallel to HP means the sectional plane should be cut the top view of the solid. That's what here shown here. Below we are having the top view. The sectional plane is cutting the top view, that is cutting the shape of the solid. Okay, so which is parallel to XY, remember. So next one, sectional plane inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. So it is a going inclined manner with respect to XY and it is cutting the top view of the solid. So next, first one. Now we are going to discuss about the first problem. So the problem, hexagon prism of a base side 30 mm and height 60 mm is dressed with one of its base on HP with one of its side perpendicular to VP. It's cut by a sectional plane inclined at 45-degree to HP and perpendicular to VP, and it's bisecting the axis of the prism. Draw its front view, sectional top view and true shape of the section. Okay, so here I have highlighted with red color to show the sectional plane. What's the condition of the sectional plane? So that I highlighted the condition. The sectional plane is inclined at 45-degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. So here you remember, while drawing, before getting the sectional plane, what are the steps has been carried out? I have given step by step. First, what you have to do? First, see the problem, see the given data. The prism size is 30 mm and the height of the prism is 60 mm. So the prism is hexagon. So you have to draw the hexagon shape. Okay. So next, first observe this. Next, come to the sectional plane condition. The sectional plane is inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP, and the inclination is 45-degree, and it is bisecting the axis of the prism. Bisecting the axis of the prism means the sectional plane will pass through the center of the prism. Okay. So now how you have to show here. Just see. First, what you have to do? First, you have to draw the XY. Okay. So follow this step by step. First, we will draw the XY. So here the top view will come below XY. Okay. So first draw the top view and give the name. So what is this? Is it prism? So prism means you have two faces, top face and bottom face. Okay. So top face I have given in alphabets and in bottom face I have given in numbers. Okay. So from the top you can see the top of the prism. So I have given A, B, C, D. So bottom of the prism will be invisible. Okay, so you have to mention in bracket. That's what I've done here. Okay, so A, B, C, D. So mark all the corners of the prism and then 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the invisible bottom face. Next, project all the corners towards XY. Okay, so project all the corners towards XY and first mark, give the names. What are the corners you have projected? So give the names in XY. So see the arrow mark. So from the arrow mark, what are the corners are visible to you? Or what are the corners you are observing? First, observe that. So you are observing the corners A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So on XY, bottom face will be, you have the bottom face of the prism. Above from the XY, you have to draw the top face will be 60 mm height. Okay, so only here I am mentioning numbers. So first see the bottom face. 1, 2, 3 is visible. So 1, 2, 3. So invisible corners are behind the prism. 6, 5, 4. So I have mentioned in bracket. First note the name, then draw the axis for the given height of the prism for 60 mm. First project the axis. Then connect all the corners. Now give the name for the top face. So here, see the arrow mark. So from here, A, corners, visible corners are A, B, C. Okay. So first give the names A dash, B dash, C dash. In bracket, F dash, E dash, D dash. Okay, that's what mentioned here. So also you have to remember, top view means you have to mention in A, B, C, D, E. Front view, you have to mention in dash, A dash, B dash, C dash, or 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash. Based on the condition only, drawn here. So this is the simple projection. So first we have to draw the simple projection of solids. After the simple projection of solids only, we have to show the section. So next one, first simple projection is over now. Next we have to show the sectional plane. So see, so the sectional plane condition is the section plane inclined to HP perpendicular to BP, which will bisect the axis. Okay, so the total height of the prism is 60 mm. The sectional plane should pass through center of the prism. So 60 mm means at 30 mm height from the XY. So the sectional plane will pass for an inclination of 45 degree. So first draw the sectional plane. Then immediately mark give the names for the projecting lines on which corners it has been connected. Sectional plane. So here the sectional plane is passing through first line, 1 dash line, A dash line, and it is passing through the second line, 2 dash, B dash, and it is passing through 3 dash and C dash. First observe that. So next, give the names for that. So you have to give the new names. So here I have given the names as P, Q, R, S, T, U. So here bottom below XY is the top view. So if you see your sectional plane is covering everything. It's covering the first the first line, first corner, and 2 dash also is covering, 3 dash also is covering. So while projecting, first you have to project the sectional plane towards the top view. So if you project the sectional plane towards the top view means it is covering the whole shape of the prism. So you have to mention this is known as sectional top view. Below XY I have represent by means of hatching. So this is known as sectional top view. Okay, so you have to hash what are the removed portion. Okay, that's I mentioned by a hatching. Okay, so for new corners, these P, Q, R, S, T, U are new generated corners after the sectional plane. Okay, so give the names first P, Q, R, S, T, U. Then give the names and on the sectional plane. So here, first line P dash in bracket U dash. So here you are observing Q dash in bracket T dash, R dash and S dash. So after giving the name, sectional top view is over. Next, you have to draw the true shape. So you have to draw the true shape from the sectional top view only. Okay, so draw a line parallel to sectional plane. So that line is called as X1, Y1. That's what's shown here. Observe the diagram. So draw a line parallel to the sectional plane SP, okay, which is x1, y1. Now project all the points, intersecting points, and perpendicular with respect to the sectional plane. Okay, draw a perpendicular line with respect to sectional plane. So you have to project the line P, P dash, Q dash, and R dash. Okay, so you have to draw like this. It should be perpendicular to the sectional plane, and it will pass through the new reference line. X1, Y1 line is called as new reference line. Okay, so you have to project the line like this. Then, so bottom line is known as XY. First reference line is known as XY, and this line is known as X1, Y1. Next, what do you have to do? So next you have to mark the sectional top view in the with respect to the new reference line. So from here, from the XY line, first you measure from 1 dash to U dash. Sorry, from 1 to U, measure. Okay, from XY, I'm telling from XY. So where you have to, how you have to measure? Well, so for double, sorry, you observe, I have given the double line. So where you have to mark the two shape. So where you have to measure the distance. Okay. So from 1 dash to F, first measure from the new reference line, mark the point. Again, from the reference line XY, from 1 and A, measure the distance. 1 and A, measure the distance. From new reference line, keep and mark the second point P. And then come to the next one. From the second, take the second, Q. Next you have to mark the point P. Okay, so from the reference line XY, take from 2 to T, measure, go to the new reference line X1, Y1, mark the point T. And then again from XY, measure from 2 to Q, go to new reference line X1, Y1, mark the point Q. Next one, next corner, 3. Okay, from the reference line, 3. Okay, XY I am mentioning XY is the reference line. From XY reference line 3, take the radius of 3 and D, go to new reference line, mark the point, we have mentioned as S. Okay, S, mark the point S. Next, take the reference point 3 and R as radius. From new reference line, mark the point S. Now join all the corners, okay, and hatch that. So this is known as true shape of the section. So our condition is to draw the top view, front view, sectional top view, and true shape of the section. So from the sectional top view only you can get the true shape of the section. Remember that. So this is for a hexagonal prism. So next one, we are going to discuss the next one, pyramid. A hexagon pyramid of base height 30 mm and height 60 mm is rest with one of its base on HP and one of its side is perpendicular to BP. It is cut by a sectional plane inclined at 45 degree to HP and perpendicular to BP and bisecting the axis of the pyramid. Draw the front view, sectional top view and true shape of the section. Now, as usual, first draw the top view. Here it's a pyramid. First draw the shape of the prism below XY, that's the top view. Okay, project all the corners, give the name. Here it is a pyramid means first you have to show the apex point. So connect all the corners towards center and from that you take the axis line. So the axis height should be the height of the pyramid, 60 mm. For 60 mm draw the axis height, then join all the corners. Okay, so give the name as here. Observe the arrow mark. From the arrow mark, what are the corners are visible? So here the corners are visible, corners are A, B, C. So A dash, B dash, D dash. Invisible corners are F, E, D. So F dash, E dash and D dash in bracket given. So next one, the top one is apex, which is mentioned as O dash. So next we have to show the sectional plane. So see the sectional plane. SP refers the sectional plane. It is inclined with respect to 45 degree and it is passing through the pyramid at a distance of 30 mm from the base. So the dimension is given. See. So the sectional plane is cutting the pyramid at a distance of 30 mm from the base and give the corresponding names. Okay. So PU, I have given A means P, B means Q, C means R, S, T, U. So that's what I marked in bracket. So first give the names for the sectional plane, intersecting points of the sectional planes on the pyramid. Next. See, you have to project the intersecting points of the sectional planes towards the top view. Okay. So first to project the first point. First point is P. So from the sectional intersecting point, project the point below XY towards the top view. So that projection line will pass through below XY and will intersect on the top view. You see? So P and U refers the imaginary name of P, A and F. So here I have given for first line A, I have given the mark the point P, the intersecting point. The projection line will intersect at the top view. So I have given the point P. So another one is it is a intersecting point of P and U. So I have given the another name U. So next one again here next RS, the last point C and D. So again you project it towards the top view and it will intersect. Okay, so give the name R and S. Any name you can give. So next one, if you see the point Q and T, it is intersecting at the same line, so you can't project that. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is from the point Q, you have to draw a horizontal line, so it will intersect at one corner. Okay, so I have given the name as Q1 dash. Okay, draw a horizontal line on the intersecting point of Q dash. Remember, draw a horizontal line. It will intersect, it will give an intersecting point. So that is known as Q1 dash. See where the Q1 dash? Here. So the Q1 dash will touch the slanting length of the pyramid. Okay, ma? It is touching the slanting length of the pyramid. It is intersecting at the slanting length of the pyramid. So I have given the name as Q1 dash. Okay. From the point Q1 dash, again you project towards the top view. If you project a line towards the top view, it will come to again from the point O in the top view. See the top view, from the point O, you have to draw a horizontal line. So if you draw a horizontal line means the Q1 line and the O line will intersect at a point. Okay, so I have given the name as Q1. So now from O and Q1 as radius, take O, Q1 as radius, cut an arc at the middle line. That is towards the axis line. So if you cut an arc means a new point will be generated. Okay, so mark that as Q and T. Now join all the corners. Okay, so now if you join all the corners means now you are getting the sectional top view. So now you got the sectional top view. So next you have to draw the true shape of the section. So to draw the true shape of the section, you have to draw X1, Y1 line parallel to section plane. So I have drawn here X1, Y1 line is parallel to sectional plane SP. Okay, then only you can draw the true shape. Then project all the sectional plane intersecting points perpendicular to section plane. So I have projected the points P, Q, R perpendicular to SP. Okay, so that's what shown here. Point is projected perpendicular to SP. Now You have to measure to draw the true shape from XY. You have to measure the sectional top view. From XY, measure the point U and measure the point P. Mark here from XY. So you have to measure from XY and you have to draw with respect to the new reference line X1, Y1. So from X1, Y1 line, measure the sectional top view points and mark on the projected lines from the sectional plane. So you will get the true shape of the section. So this is the, now you are getting the true shape of the section. So observe, this is the sectional top view. The bar below XY, we are showing the sectional top view. Above XY, we are showing the front view. So from the front view, we are showing the sectional plane. First, draw the sectional plane. From the sectional plane, project all the points towards top view and connect all the intersecting points. And first, draw the sectional top view. Then that over. Sectional top view will be over. Next, with reference to sectional top view, you have to draw the true shape. So to draw the true shape, draw a line X1, Y1 parallel to SP. Okay. Parallel to SP and mark all the sectional top view corners with respect to X1, Y1 line and connect all the corner points. You will get the true shape of the section. So this is for pyramid. Previously we discussed for hexagon prism. So here some of the examples I have shown here. So this is for square prism. So same thing, square prism of base side 30 mm and axis length 60 mm on HP on one of its bases. With base side inclined at 25 degree to HP, it is cut by a plane inclined at 40 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. And it is bisecting the axis of the prism. Draw its front view, sectional top view and true shape of the section. So again, so here the square prism itself inclined. So because the condition given is the base side is inclined at 25 degree to VP, that is 25 degree to vertical plane. So 25 degree to vertical plane means first draw the line X, Y and draw an inclined line below XY for an angle of 25 degree. Okay, draw an inclined line 25 degree. Then mark the square prism. So already told you bottom face will be visible, top face will be visible. Mark for where the size of the square prism is 30 mm. For 30 mm size, draw the square and then mark the top face as well as the bottom face and project it towards the XY line and then draw the front view. Okay, so front view will resemble the height of the prism. So then where the sectional plane is joining, the sectional plane is inclined at 45 degree and perpendicular to VP and it is bisecting the axis of the prism. So bisecting the axis of the prism means the sectional plane will pass through the center of the prism. Okay, so here, so sectional plane is shown above XY, is shown passing through the center of the prism at a distance of 30 mm from XY. Okay. So first draw the sectional plane, then project it towards top view and draw the sectional top view. So for prism, if a sectional plane is passing through all the corners means you have to hash the total face of the prism. So if you see it is passing through the corner 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay, so we are hashing the whole shape. It is covering the whole shape of the prism. If you cut means the shape will be look like. Then after getting the sectional top view, you have to draw a reference line X1, Y1. Draw a perpendicular line with respect to X1, Y1 with the sectional top view as reference. Mark all the corners and draw the true shape of the prism. That is shown here. So this is for square pyramid. So square pyramid, Draw a square pyramid, same condition. Here instead of 25 degree, you have to draw a 30 degree line, inclined line. Then you have to draw the shape of the prism. Then you have to draw the top view, name, and then join all the corners at the point O. And project it towards XY and draw the front view. So your axis height will be marked, that's 60 mm. Then draw the true shape. So this is the first condition. First condition is what? The sectional plane is inclined inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. So we are having one more condition. The sectional plane is perpendicular to HP and inclined to VP. So that's what the next one. This is another example. Cylinder. So here, while drawing a cylinder, remember a diameter of 40 mm is given. Cylinder diameter is 40 mm and axis length is 55 mm. It's resting with a base on HP and it is cut by a plane 45 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. So draw a XY line and draw the shape of the cylinder, circle, and first draw the generators and give the name A, B, C, D, E. Okay, then project it towards XY and draw the height of the prism for the given height 55 mm. Then draw the sectional plane. So here the sectional plane is inclined at 45 degree. Okay. The plane is passing through a point on the circumference of the top face. So here the sectional plane's condition is different. The plane is passing through a point on the circumference of the top face. So the sectional plane is passing through the top face of the prism. So only here it's shown like this. The sectional plane is passing through the top face of the prism. Like that you have to mark the sectional plane for an angle of 45 degree. Okay, well, first draw the sectional plane, give the name SP and mark the sectional top view first. Okay, then draw the reference line X1, Y1 and then from with respect to XY and sectional top view, mark all the points with respect to the new reference line X1, Y1 and get the true shape. Okay. This is for cone. Again, the cone of base diameter 65 mm, the axis length 75 mm, resting on HP on its base, and it is cut by a inclined line 45 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP, passing through the point 35 mm below the apex. Okay, so here the sectional plane condition is given where the sectional plane should pass through. So here the sectional plane condition is given as the sectional plane should pass through 35 mm below the apex. So see the diagram. First you have to measure 35 mm below the apex and mark a point so that your sectional plane should pass through the point. So at a distance of 35 mm below the apex. Okay. So after drawing the sectional plane, project it towards your top view and get the sectional top view first. So which is shown below XY. See below XY, the sectional top view is shown and it is marked as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If here one more thing again, see the same to get the sectional top view, the point 3 and 7 are intersecting at the same line. So from the point, observe the front view. Observe the front view. The point 3 and 7 in sectional plane. Okay. So here the point G and C are intersecting at the same line. Okay. So to get the point from the point 3, they have drawn a horizontal line which will intersecting at the slanting length of the cone. They are marked as M dash. See the front view. So from 3, a horizontal line is drawn. It is intersecting at the slanting length of the cone are marked as M dash. Project the M dash towards the front view. Okay. So it is intersecting at the point at a horizontal line which is drawn from the point O. Okay. So O and A we are already having a horizontal line. So the M dash line while projecting, it is intersecting at the line of O and A. Mark the point as M. Okay. So now measure the distance between O and M. So now O and MS radius cut an arc towards the line of G and C. So you will get the point. You will get the new intersection point C3 and 7. Now join all the corners of the sectional top view. So sectional top view is shown as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then draw the true shape of the section with respect to the reference plane x1, y1. So this is for the next condition. Sectional plane inclined to HP and perpendicular to, inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. So how the sectional plane is cutting? Here the sectional plane is perpendicular to HP and it is cutting the solid. Okay, so first one is cut, next one is showing the, so it will be cut like this. Okay, ma? So next condition, sectional plane perpendicular to HP and inclined to VP. So here it is not inclined, it is parallel. Okay, so the sectional plane is cutting like this. So after cutting, you will get the true shape of the section. So for that example, here write hexagon pyramid of base side 30 mm and height 60 mm is rest on its base HP with one of its side parallel to VP. A sectional plane perpendicular to HP and inclined to the VP at 30 degree cuts the pyramid and passes at a distance of 7 mm pyramid axis. Draw its top view, sectional front view and true shape of the section. So here, so I have highlighted the section plane condition. The section plane condition is given as the plane is, section plane is perpendicular to HP and inclined to VP. So previous problem you have discussed is sectional plane is perpendicular to VP and inclined with respect to HP. So here this is the next condition. So see what's the difference? Again, it is a hexagon pyramid. So the condition is the hexagon pyramid of base side 30 mm, height 60 mm is rest on its base on HP with one of its side parallel to VP. So one of its side parallel to VP means you have to base the prism or solids like this. Okay. So one of the base side is parallel to VP. So that if it is parallel to VP means one of the base side will be parallel to XY. So you have to place the solid like this. Okay. Parallel to one of the base side is parallel to XY. Base side refers that is B and C. The corner B and C refers the base side. Okay. So we are keeping like that. The base side is parallel to XY, which is parallel to vertical plane. So first draw the simple projection. Mark the point A, B, C, D, E, F. So connect all the points toward the center O. Okay. So from the point O, first draw the axis line for the given height. Then mark all the projections point. Okay. So this is a simple projection. After drawing the simple projection of solids, show the sectional plane. So the sectional plane is shown here. So if you can observe, you can see the sectional plane is passing through 7 mm below the axis. Okay. So I have measured from the point O, I have measured 7 mm and mark a point so that the sectional plane is passing through 7 mm for an angle of 30 degree. Okay, that's what shown here. So sectional plane is marked, highlighted here for an angle of 30 degree. It is moving, it is passing through a point at a 7 mm below the axis. So the distance has been given where the sectional plane is passing 7 mm below the point axis. So first mark the intersecting point. It's a point of A, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1. Mark all the intersecting point with respect to the sectional plane. Then project all the intersecting points towards the front view. So project all the points towards the front view. So here you will get the sectional front view. So for this condition, you remember, you will get the sectional front view. Okay. For previous condition, we got the sectional top view. Okay. So here the sectional plane is passing with respect to vertical plane. It is inclined with respect to vertical plane and perpendicular with respect to HP. Okay. So the sectional plane is acting on, we have shown the sectional plane on the top view. So first to draw the simple projection, next to draw the sectional plane at an angle of 30 degree passing through 7 mm below the axis and mark the points A, B, C, D, E1. Now project all the points towards the front view. So here I have marked the point as A1, I have projected a line. So it is intersecting at the front view marked as A1 dash. So from B1, the line has been projected and is intersecting at the second line of B. So I given the line as point as B1 dash. Next, I projected the next point C, it's the line of C. So if you project it towards the front view means it is intersecting at the line of C. I have given the point as C1 dash. Next, I have projected the line from the line from the point D1. So it is intersecting at the line of D1. So I given the point as D1 dash. The last point is E. In the sectional plane, you can see the last point is E1. So projected the point towards the front view and I got the point E1 dash. So the point has been shown clearly in the front view. A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, E1 dash, which has been got from the sectional plane. Now join all the points A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 and hatch it properly. Okay, so if you hash means the hatching portion is known as sectional front view. Okay, so from this sectional front view only we can get the true shape of this section. Next, how to draw the true shape of the section? So here the diagram is over. Next, to draw the true shape of the section, again you have to draw a new reference line x1, y1 with respect to the line SP. So x1, y1 line and your SP line should be parallel. So we are drawing a line parallel to the sectional plane SP. Okay. Now project all the intersecting point on sectional plane. So intersecting point on sectional plane A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 has been projected. Okay. Then we have to get the true shape. So true shape will be drawn with respect to XY line. Now come to XY line. So here point A1 is lying on XY. So next one. So A1 is lying on XY. So where you are having A1, here you are having the A1. So take first mark the A1 line for the line of A. So I given the capital A. Next B1. So measure the distance between B1 in the front view. From the front view only you have to measure the front view distance from B1 and XY line. Measure the distance as radius. Mark the point as B. And then from XY, measure the distance between XY and C1 and mark the point here, corresponding point in the new reference line. And then measure the distance between XY and D1. Okay, and mark the point D. And last one point E. So E, the point E is lying on XY. So mark the point on the new reference line X1, Y1. So it has been shown. Intersection points has been shown A, B, C, D, and E. Next, join all the points and hash the points. So you will get the true shape of the hexagon pyramid. That's what's shown here. So this refers the true shape of the hexagon pyramid. So next condition. A cylinder of 40 mm diameter and 60 mm height stand vertically on HP and it is cut by a sectional plane perpendicular to HP parallel to BP at a distance of 12 mm from the axis. Draw the top view and sectional front view. So here given directly. So what is given? A cylinder. The diameter of the cylinder is 40 mm. The height of the cylinder is 60 mm. And the sectional plane shown is, the sectional plane is perpendicular to horizontal plane and parallel to vertical plane. So it is the next condition. The sectional plane is parallel to BP and perpendicular to HP, whereas it has been at a distance of 12 mm from the axis. So first draw the cylinder. Sorry, the shape of the cylinder. It's a circle. So below XY, draw XY line. Below XY, draw the circle for a diameter of 40 mm. So first mark the axis and draw the generators. Okay. So from the axis point, here the axis point is denoted as O. From the axis point O at a distance of 12 mm, measure the distance 12 mm and draw a sectional plane. The sectional plane is shown in the arrow marks. A refers the sectional plane. So the sectional plane is shown here. So mark the intersecting point of the sectional plane and project it towards the front view. So if you project it towards the front view means the sectional plane is referred as E, intersecting point is E and F. So while projecting towards front view, just intersecting at the new point G and H. Okay. Then project all the lines and hatch in between the projected line of the sectional plane. So this is known as sectional front view. So here only 4 points has been shown for the cylinder. You have to create minimum 8. So draw the sectional plane. First mark the intersecting point of the sectional plane with respect to the corners of the prism or pyramid. Mark the points and project it towards the front view and mark the point and draw and then do the hatching.